I'm the girl that James Charles talked about in that video. I don't accept his apology.
Remember when he said that she was a white woman? She's not white. And nobody is freaking out about this, but he literally lied about her race.
James Charles is now officially the most unfollowed person all across social media. It is well over 350,000 followers that he has lost.
That's actually nothing.
If that's all, can do whatever the they want.
Hey guys, welcome back to Normal Gays, where we take on insanity.
Didn't know we started.
Yeah.
He's Brad Polumbo, and I'm Clark. Do you say Clarkson?
I say Clarkson Lawson usually.
And I'm Clark Lawson. We're on a first name basis now.
It sounds more Clark Lawson.
I want that.
Yeah, you do.
Mm-hmm.
Though we're going to be hopefully getting you to repent of those ways.
The normies can call me Clark.
Okay.
Yeah.
Do you remember what happened with James Charles last week?
Of course I did.
Well, we recap for the class.
James Charles attacked a Spirit Airlines employee for asking him for money and tried to sound like HRH collection and failed.
Did you see HRH even called him out?
Yeah. And she was crying in the video.
Because she's like, that's so
that
not
would
her
never
message.
Be me.
Yeah.
Yeah.
She's such a queen. We tried to get her on our podcast.
She doesn't want to do it.
I mean, why would she?
She just hates doing podcasts anyways.
Yeah.
So it's fine. Maybe one day.
Maybe we'll just show up at her house.
She would love that.
I'm sure that would, yeah.
I'm sure she wouldn't make a video about us immediately after.
You nasty rats!
Yeah.
Honestly, though, that would be an honor.
Yeah, it would
Getting
be.
eaten up by her would be like an honor.
Mm-hmm.
Anyway. Because I love when she calls people rats.
Yeah. Well, that's because some of these are rats, including the normies.
No,
I'm furry.
Not the normies. They're not rats. Anyway, James Charles, his apology to the employee has been leaked. And I'm going to have you do a dramatic reading of it.
Oh my God. You know, I barely know how to read.
Yeah. She posted the DM.
How am I going to see this?
You can pick up the laptop.
I cannot see. Hi, Amber. I wanted to reach out privately with an apology for the video I made. It was disgraceful and completely unnecessary. And there is no excuse for me yelling at and berating someone for asking for help. I really cannot see this in a shitty situation that was completely out of your control. I'm so sorry for adding to what was already a distressing time. I'm so ashamed hold on.
You're taking off your glasses to see better.
I can't see from afar, but if I get closer, I need to take them off.
What in the grandma?
I'm so ashamed for most only the video. Oh, no, he did type that. I was reading it correctly. But also for being so disgustingly out of touch. I was sent your video today and was so glad to see your GoFundMe has exploded. He's low-key taking credit for that. But I also know that getting attention online can be scary and overwhelming, especially when you never asked for it in the first place. I spent the last few days reading stories from real people about what it's actually like losing a job without notice, and also learning about the journey to find a new one when so many people are going through the same situation. I've just donated to your GoFundMe, but also please know I'm here if there's anything else I can help or do. Also, fully understand if you never want to hear from me again. I genuinely wish you all the best.
I'm pretty sure he donated like $500.
It was $500.
That's it? And I'm like, that's diabolical.
Oh, wait, no. I think it was $5,000.
Did he? Okay, whatever.
I think Gypsy Rose donated $500.
Okay, even if it's...
And she said, I'm Gypsy Rose, a TikToker. It's like you're plugging your TikTok in this donation. She's crazy. She did kill her mom.
Yeah, well...
Allegedly.
No, not allegedly.
I don't know.
She went to jail for that.
I just say allegedly
because
I am terrified of being sued.
See, I'm not, because I'm the that will fight to my last dying breath.
Yeah, if I get sued, though, you guys just need to really send me money because I don't want to pay for the lawyers. Anyways, keep going. So James Charles apologized.
Yeah, what do you think of the apology?
It's bull, obviously.
Explain why. What's wrong with it? I thought it was stunning and beautiful and brave.
Well, first of all, he's like, I see that it exploded. And it's like, in his head, he's like, she would have never gotten this money without my video. Like, he's
also,
taking
remember,
credit
he
for
doubled down originally.
He did double down.
And so the apology is
fake. But there's
fake.
something, I saw the actual, do you have the video of the girl?
Yes.
Okay. Because there's a point that I want to make once we play that video that many people are totally missing. But I'm going to wait to share it until we watch it.
Okay. So she took down her video where she responded, but I found somebody reposted it. I think at least part of it. This is the woman who kicked us all off by messaging him and asking him. And I still am not over the fact that there's been way more discourse about this. Not the fact that he's a creep.
Yes.
That's
Yeah.
Crazy. But anyway, Here,
Class warfare.
as we
People
feed
care
into
more
it.
about that than. Who did I say had a body like Roger the alien?
James Charles.
James Charles. Speaking of aliens, do you think aliens are real, Brad?
I do. I really do. I think there are definitely unexplainable UFOs, and there probably are aliens known by the US government, but I don't know for sure. However, people are talking a lot about whether or not we will get official confirmation from the US government as to the existence of aliens. And according to our channel partners at Kalshi, they have a market on whether the US will confirm that aliens exist. Before January 20th of 2029, people think there's a 32% chance of that happening. Before 2028, 24%, and before 2027, 15%. So apparently people seem to think it could happen, but maybe not super soon. There's some significant trading happening over there. I think it's over $20 million. Anyway, Kalshi is where the future is happening. It is the first CFTC regulated exchange dedicated to trading on the outcome of future events. I have it on my phone. I think it's a blast. It's really easy. You just download the app. Use code BRADP when you sign up to get $20 free. And then you can get in on prediction markets. And thanks again to Kalshi for sponsoring the show.
It's me. I'm the girl that James Charles talked about in that video. Everybody's been asking for a video and I haven't been able to make it because of a few reasons. One being my anxiety. I have really bad anxiety. Really bad anxiety. But, you know, I tend to talk myself out of a lot of things. I was able to talk myself into this. So we're here. We're getting it done. Sorry if I say a lot of ums. Yeah, I don't think there's going back from there. Another question. Did James Charles really send you that message? He did. He decided to message me on TikTok and he wanted to privately apologize. I know another question on here is, do I accept his apology? So I'm just going to answer it right together. Hell no. I don't accept his apology, especially because he was very publicly with what he said.
I mean,
She didn't accept it. But here's my point.
okay.
James Charles' initial video, remember when he said that she was a white woman?
She's not.
She's not white. He literally, and I remember making the point. I said, he just said that
For woke points
for
as
woke
cover.
points to make him seem like he's a good person and he's allowed to criticize this girl, because if it's a white person, you can criticize them a little bit more and have more leeway. But she's not white.
Mm-mm.
So and nobody is freaking out about this, but he literally lied about her race.
Yeah, that's actually a good point.
Like, that's crazy.
I guess I don't really understand the idea that he shouldn't have apologized privately. He should have apologized publicly. He also did apologize publicly.
He did both. Did she say that?
That's what she just said.
Oh,
yeah.
he should have apologized publicly.
Yeah.
And yeah, he did. I mean, look, I feel empathy for this woman and her situation, but also like
She
messaging a bunch of
identified herself though. So she has now he never doxed her or revealed her identity at all. And she revealed to the world, yeah, it was me.
And also, it is a little weird to like message influencers asking for money. I get if you're in a tough situation, you're just like, I got to do whatever I can.
I mean, I don't know that it's weird because it is sort of common. It's just
it's just kind of misguided, I think.
Yeah, it's like a little.
So I don't know, like,
because I would never just give someone random money because it's like I don't know how to vet it and that it's not a scam or
correct.
If I'm my charitable donations, I'm going to give to a charity that I can research and make sure the money's going somewhere, not just. I get so many people DMing me like links to something.
There's just so many things that I would do if I lost my job before messaging an influencer that, first of all, I don't follow or like have any connection with whatsoever.
Not to justify his crash out.
I'm not justifying James Charles' thing, but what I am saying is like, I don't know. It's just like a little. I hope that that her situation gets better, but I also hope that in the future she learns to navigate it a little bit more from a personal responsibility perspective.
Yeah.
Than just kind of, because you're giving a lot of power away in your situation if you're relying on somebody you don't even know. But I get if it's like last resort, I guess.
And she's getting the GoFundMe now out of it, so
yeah, I mean, it worked out for her now, but. I don't know.
I do find it interesting, just these small updates. And then apparently James Charles is now the most unfollowed creator. Watch this.
James Charles is now officially the most unfollowed person all across social media.
I did not
Yeah,
need to see
I'm
that
not
twerk.
kidding. So I'm sure all of you right now have recently seen the viral controversy involving James Charles, where he made a video saying some really messed up things about a Spirit airline employee that messaged him trying to receive some money from him after they lost their
body
job
type
because
is
Spirit Airlines
crazy.
shut down. So because of the messed up things he said towards the Spirit Airline employee in his video, James Charles has lost an unbelievable amount of followers all across social media, and according to my calculations, it is well over 350,000 followers that he has lost in just one day.
That's it.
So like I said at the beginning of this video, that means that James Charles is now currently the most unfollowed person all across social media, and it really seems like it is not slowing down, not one bit. People are just extremely upset with James Charles, and he's really getting canceled right now, and he's losing followers truly at a rapid pace.
I feel like that needs to be verified because I don't know. I feel like there's people who have lost more followers. Also, we have this conversation about James Charles like every 2 years. Like,
Well, I was
going
gonna
to
say
his subscriber count go down on YouTube. I remember.
I don't know if it's actually the most unfollowed or not, but assuming that 300,000 number or whatever is real, which seems believable. I don't know, but just for the sake of the point, that's actually nothing. Like if you have 40 million followers,
that's what I was thinking. I'm like, is that really? So this is all it takes?
it's
Like,
a percentage.
if
That's
you
like,
have 40 million followers, that means you really are uncancelable.
I guess. I mean, think of all the shit he did with the minors.
That's what I'm saying. Like, if that's all, can do whatever the they want.
They really can.
That's crazy.
Now, in fairness, people don't necessarily, when people stop supporting you, they don't that often unfollow. So like somebody
Yeah,
might watch
they
you on
still wanna
YouTube and
watch,
then they
yeah.
stop watching you because you do something they don't support or they don't like your content anymore. But most of the time they just stop clicking on your videos and then they stop
Yeah.
showing up, or they cancel subscriptions, or they stop, watching your TikToks.
Sorry, I got a text.
No, it's fine. But they don't necessarily actually take that step to unsubscribe or unfollow. Oh my God, simp. At least you're not doing this a million times.
Well, I don't have his sweatshirt anymore. I gave it back, but I sprayed my stuff on it.
Simp.
He likes my smell too. I'm not crazy, okay? It's reciprocated.
Well, it'd be hilarious if this man doesn't even
didn't
know you
even like
exist.
me. Yeah.
And you were just stalking someone.
Oh, okay. That's out of character. I have way too much of a fear of rejection to ever stalk someone.
But so final thoughts on the James Charles situation. He can just do whatever he wants, and he has a freakish woman-like hips and body.
Remind me, like his body type reminds me of Roger from American Dad. You know what I mean? I'm specifically thinking of him in that like bathing suit.
He
the
looks like
women's bathing suit.
trans.
That's the thing. It's like in the reel you posted where it was like Lily Tino or James Charles, like
It has to be Lily.
it has to be Lily because I like a mask. Like I don't know what to say. Like it's no femmes allowed.
I mean,
So-
for me, it's definitely. I would definitely pick James.
I actually don't think I could. For one, I couldn't perform, and two, I genuinely think I would throw up. I'm
Yeah.
not kidding. Like
It
I would
is. They're
actually
both
get
they're terrible options.
I would if I walked into like my mouth is watering right now, not because I want it, but because I'm getting sick. If I walked into my house and saw Lily Tino standing there naked, I don't know if I would pass out or if I would throw up, but I would have some type of like bodily fluid. Like I don't a bodily reaction. No, not some type of bodily fluid. Some type of bodily reaction. I would probably break out in hives because I do that all the time with everything, specifically when I'm like triggered. So I don't know. I don't think that in that hypothetical I would survive it.
So I don't know that we have much more to say about James Charles. So we're going to
No.
talk about a different gay content creator that you've recently been beefing with.
Who? I'm not in any beef. Am I?
This was like days ago.
What are you talking about?
Pool party.
Oh, okay. That. Yeah, let's talk about it.
Oh, well, I'm just going to play your TikTok and then we'll discuss.
Okay.
But so I
also made a whole video about it. Go subscribe to my YouTube channel.
Yeah. I I don't know. Just don't subscribe thinking you're going to get weekly videos.
No, it is it's like it's like Christmas. Like enjoy Christmas, but it comes once a year. Yep.
Anyway, Let's roll your video that you made.
I see photos like this of men in the gay community, and I genuinely think, do y'all really go out here putting out checklists for like who you want to invite to these places? I feel like if it's anyone that passes a paper brown bag test, or anybody that has less than 5% body fat, you will invite them. But like, it's the fact that there's only one black guy in there.
It's a tale as old as time.
So sorry. I will just say this. I saw his original video, and so for context, set up the context for people. It's like a pool party.
So there was a pool party in I thought it was Orlando, but it was actually Los Angeles.
Okay.
It was an Asian man's birthday party, and I guess they invited all of their friends, and they posted a picture, and the picture went viral because everybody in the picture is very fit. So that's why he's saying,
And then this saw it, decided to whine about DEI or
video.
something.
And he's not the only person that made a video about it. It goes viral. Like whatever pictures like this get posted in the gay community, they go kind of viral on Twitter and like those gay circles because everybody's like, oh, this is the no fats or femmes types of gay, even though I literally just said that. But so then they freak out and say like these gays they lack diversity. It's
an Asian dude's birthday party.
It's an Asian dude's birthday party. Yeah. So
and there's a woman, there's a black dude.
Asians don't count as diversity because they're more successful
Neither
than
do
white
Hispanics
people.
or Arab people or anything.
Yeah.
And this dude is like he's really is the like white male sexuality police. That creator.
He's like an incel.
It's weird. He is obsessed with white gay men's dating and sexual preferences.
Correct. And he talks about it all the time. Like he really his aura is incel. Like that's really what it
really
is.
Bitter.
Yeah.
He's not fit. He's not
and
attractive.
This is where my think piece on twinks comes up.
He's not a twink.
Yeah, he is.
Like 20 years past expiration.
You think?
He looks busted.
Well, the thing is, the thing is, that was even crazy for me. No, but the thing is like when you're at the, I want to say like the bottom, when you're not top tier in a competitive environment, it's very easy to make the winners of said environment the villain. But it's really just because you're projecting your insecurity. Like people don't make videos about bear groups. There's whole softball leagues dedicated to a body type in the gay community for bears, which is like fat, hairy men.
And you would never see
no fit man is going to say, "Oh my God, you don't have enough men with abs in that photo," because we don't give a.
It's also just possible. Like it's possible they said don't invite any uggos or fats, but it's also
not. I talked to him.
Okay,
I actually connected with the guy whose birthday it was and the one whose pool it was. We're now on mutuals. I'm invited to the next pool party, by the way. And they're very sweet. That's not what happened. And I have on record that the one black guy in this video is getting so much cyberbullying that he's had to delete his apps because all the ugly gays are coming after him and calling him a coon and a traitor and all of this stuff just because, I'm not kidding, just because he went to this pool party.
He's like the Uncle Tom
and
or whatever,
and he's
according
like
to these delusional.
He's like the nicest guy, wouldn't hurt a fly, and all these people on the internet are going after him because he went to a pool party and was the only black guy there.
It's so crazy because I was about to say I'm glad you confirmed it and you have the insider knowledge, but my assumption would be that they didn't even have some kind of rule about no overweight people, whatever, but there's just a friend group that kind of self-selected for that in some ways.
Yeah, I mean,
right?
In order to have a body like that, it requires a certain type of lifestyle, and that lifestyle does translate into your personality. And then you
it's like
vibe
your
with
hobbies,
people.
right? Your hobby is the gym. You make friends at the gym. Your hobby is run club or whatever.
Sure.
It's like you're not. It's not a intentional discriminatory.
Like hot
act.
people tend to hang out with hot people. That's like a part of human socialization, I think.
But even more so for fitness than just for how you look.
Specifically for that. And also, I even made this point in my YouTube video that like gay men typically meet because they either want to date you or sleep with you.
That's where you lost me a little bit. Maybe that's like
hot gay men. Yes.
Oh, so I wouldn't know anything about that.
That's not what I'm saying. I'm saying like
this really just said, well, you're ugly. So.
No, well, you can disagree with me, but I'm saying like those types of circuit gay, hot gay men is what I mean.
I think just in your video, it sounded like you were. That is how a certain type of gay person makes friends, but it's not like maybe at least doesn't seem to me. I've never made a friend in that manner.
But you don't have a bunch. You don't have a circle of gay friends.
That's true.
But the people who have a circle of gay friends, the way they typically meet those gay friends is through romantic connection.
That's how you met your circle of gay friends.
That's how most people do. When you become that large of a circle of just gays.
You're just thinking they've all just hooked up with each other.
Yeah, of course they have.
Maybe they're not. Maybe they're in monogamous relationships.
Oh, do not just lie in my face like that.
Okay.
We know that's not the
I'm
case.
saying, all I was saying is that I'm not sure that I acknowledge that is how a lot of people operate in the gay pool party community. But that's not necessarily how all gay people
that you're
make
pulling
friends.
There's exceptions to the general rule.
I think you might also be extrapolating
My own personal experience.
a little broader than, because the percent of the gay community that looks like that and goes to pool party communities that might make friends in the manner you're describing isn't that big a percentage, is what I'm saying.
Well,
And it's those types that probably make friends in the way you're describing.
I disagree. I think that fat gay men are just as much of horn dogs as
You think
buff
their
gay
friend
men.
groups are just all other bears that they've cuddled with?
If they have a circle of gays that they only hang out with and they're just like in their own gay group, bears, they meet off of sexual attraction too. It's all based off of a physical attribute. Like if you have a whole party that's specifically for bear type of men, it's because that's your type.
Okay, but that's not what this was. This wasn't a twunk party.
I'm not saying that, but then bears and they all hang out together too.
Maybe.
It's like
it
there are
just doesn't
tribes in the
resonate.
gay community, and those tribes are sometimes met as friends.
Okay, I believe you. It just didn't resonate
Wrap
with
it up.
me.
Oh, I
What?
thought you were saying wrap it up. Oh.
Oh, he's telling us to move along.
Oh, yeah.
Let's watch the rest of the video.
All this time, fit gay men will post a picture at a pool party, everybody is in shape, and then other gay men who don't believe they'd be invited to said pool party create a think piece on how all the gays in that picture are somehow racist or hate fat people. Ironically enough, despite the fact that there is only one black man in this
Clarkson's like, and some of us do, but not for the reasons you're saying.
Yeah.
man in this photo, there is still a lot of diversity in it. Now, I don't know these gays, but I see Asians, I see Arabic men, I see Latino men, I see a bunch of different cultures that are together. It just so happens that they are all in shape.
And it astonishes me because a lot of gays are used to this type of environment where they just,
that's a twin?
they're used to being somewhere where it's copy and paste and everyone looks like them. But I just think it's weird to not feel weird that you're not around a diverse group.
The most important part of diversity is intellectual, ideological diversity and cultural diversity. Now, that is significantly harder to find just by looking at a picture of people you don't know. And even if you just want to judge the diversity by this picture, like I said before, there are diverse people in it.
It still leads me to think some of this still feels a little racist and some of this does feel like a little body phobic.
Saying that this picture is racist is crazy when there's a bunch of different races in it. It's also worth noting that people make friends based on shared connections and shared lifestyles. If you're somebody who spends 2 hours in the gym and you really focus on your aesthetics, you're most likely going to vibe with somebody who does the same thing. Also, gay men tend to make friends based on romantic connections first, and then that friend group gets bigger and bigger and bigger. And
I love how you said romantic connections.
Gay men just remain friends.
They're not
So you're
romantic,
surprised
babe.
that
It's a
a
good
community that
reputation.
is based on sexual attraction and usually makes friends based on sexual attraction is surrounding themselves with people who they would be sexually attracted to. A lot of human socialization happens subconsciously, so to label this as some form of racism is extremely inappropriate because you don't even know these people. So the aura of these think pieces really just kind of gives, I wish I could be there, but I don't think I would be invited because of my own insecurities. Now, that doesn't mean it's true. It just means you're projecting your insecurities on
he
these
wouldn't
gay
be
men
invited.
you've never met. It's also ironic that you claimed at the beginning of this video that these gay men at the pool party probably have a checklist on who they can invite, and you have to have a perfect body and you have to have this skin tone, but you're the one asking them to have a checklist. Normal people do not choose their friends based on some diversity metric that would make them feel good about themselves. They choose them based on shared connections. There's nothing wrong with this picture.
You ate him up.
He hasn't responded.
What
Has
would he
he?
say? L?
He actually, the amount of times I see him on my For You page is crazy because he doesn't have like any followers. But
Yeah, but-
his videos get reach because he's constantly so
Annoying?
insufferable. Yeah. Like all the gays, especially like, I hate to say this, but like all the hot gays have been messaging me and they're like, God, I can't stand that guy. Like he's always showing up on my thing. And I just want to let him know that you wouldn't be invited to the pool party, but it's not because of your looks. It's
I mean, the
because
looks aren't
of
helping.
your personality. I promise you. That's why.
The looks are not helping, though.
No, I mean, he's not my type. That's for sure. And that's where, well, but there's so much ammunition to take on when it comes to like him as a person that I don't even need to insult his looks. There's just like so much
He is
opportunity
obsessed with white gay men, and he does the annoying thing where he spells it YT.
to get, well, that's to avoid being flagged in the algorithm.
White flags
I
you in the
always read it
algorithm?
as, yeah. If you were to say like, if you say YT people and that algorithm
I don't believe
is
that.
listening and you're like saying something nasty, but you say YT, I think that it would flag it more easily because it becomes
Well,
racist.
his
I don't know.
videos are still getting out there, so I want to show you another one to make you crash out.
Oh God.
Exactly is your type? Masculine, muscular, white, light skin, Hispanic. Would you say I'm your type? Possibly.
When I saw this video, my eyes rolled so far in the back of my head because, girl, be for real. Just say white.
So that content is cringe, that like man on the street style. They're all just promoting their OF, Michael Doherty or whatever his name is. But I just keep it moving. I'm like, okay, whatever. You like Hispanic guys or whatever. He's like deeply triggered by this and decides to go on a rant that doesn't even resemble reality, because he just listed light-skinned guys and Hispanic guys, and he's coming out here saying, just say white. Just say you only want white men. Just because he wouldn't want your nasty, he wouldn't go near you with a forklift, doesn't mean he hates black people or isn't into black. And also, even if he's not into black men, that doesn't make you racist.
Nobody owes you sexual attraction. Wait. Oh, sorry. Thank you. Also, like he's made some videos about like sniffies and and like all the stuff that he does. And
This guy does?
Yeah. And it's just like his persona on the internet is just so intolerable, both sexually and like
Also,
on
nobody likes
on a regular. He just complains the whole time. It's like, why do you care if these white boys aren't attracted to you? It's because you like white boys.
and they don't want you.
It's so obvious.
But also, some would want him if
he's light skinned. He just said he would like
if you just fixed that personality,
yeah,
and then maybe got fitter and fixed the appearance and aesthetic. He's not a hideous person. He could get a white boy that he clearly desperately craves.
Right.
But instead he's got this like, people hate woke scolds and people, what was the word I used earlier about the George Floyd commercial?
I think I remember. I don't know.
Some word where it's like,
I barely listen to what you say.
People really don't like hall monitors who are just nagging everyone, you know?
I just burped into the mic, and I know that when you do that, it's a big deal. So sorry.
But I don't even get why, because the filter we put the audio through definitely removes the sound of the burp.
Yeah, I've never heard it.
So it's just the visual of it that bothers them. I don't know. Let's watch his video.
Just say white. The fact that he continues on going saying light skin, Hispanic, da 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 da. He wants it a little spicy, but just not too spicy because it might just come off a little too colored. When it comes to certain white men in the gay community, just certain other gays in general, I don't know why you guys like to say you like Hispanics and really you just like white men. You do, because if you are referencing light skin Hispanics, that is a white passing man. And then some of them will even say, oh yeah, I like POCs, but then this be the POC. Girl, you only like POCs if they look and talk just like you. As I looked more in the comments, there's even people in the comments saying that he's also MAGA. Girl, be for real. A GOY Trump supporter,
true.
girl. Come on, like
actually,
this
he's kind of gone against it.
Y'all make it too easy. And there's some people even defending him, saying if he likes what he likes, da da da, him being a Trump supporter makes him hotter. Girls, so you like pedophiles too? Okay, yeah, no, we need to put you on a registry, but for some reason, these gays always end up in WeHo or Wilton Manors or Fort Lauderdale, Florida. Some of the places you'll ever be at. The jokes tell themselves. But I'm glad gays are eating up the up in the comments because, girl, if you're GAY and a Trump supporter and you're racist too, like, girl, we can't help you. Like, get that popper brain gay. Like, nah.
Okay, first of all, if anyone's doing poppers, it's probably you, considering all you talk about is Grindr and sniffies.
And I'm sorry, why did he just call him a pedo?
Yeah.
For what reason?
Because he doesn't want to you.
What?
I just don't understand.
And he called him racist?
And racist. And was there another word?
I mean, he was going off about him being MAGA, but whatever. I mean, that's not relevant to this.
Like,
also,
Michael and I
sure
obviously
he's gone against Trump on some
ever
things
since
now,
like the war and stuff. I'm pretty sure
it doesn't
he's like,
matter. It doesn't make him a pedo or racist.
No, I just this guy is so insufferable.
He's so bitter.
He's the worst creator
also,
ever.
He's like so disgusted by Mike. He wants him bad.
You can tell.
Oh yeah,
like
he's subbed to Michael's.
But the thing is
Michael should drop the receipt of this guy being subbed.
Like, this is psychology 101. Is that like your triggers will always be a projection of some type of insecurity or something that's going on internally.
That's why you're bothered by the furries so much.
I'm not bothered by the furries so much.
Really?
I'm bothered. My trigger is lying, and that's what Brad does when we talk about furries. Right. Redirect back on Brad. That was good. Anyways, what was I
He ate
saying?
me up.
Oh, okay. So you like when you get triggered, you're normal, especially if you're a person who lacks self-reflection, which this is clearly someone. Your triggers will always be manifesting your deepest insecurities if you're a stupid person. And for him, it's very clear, like he saw this video, got triggered, and made a video about it. Like, why did you what about this video is so triggering? It could be just because maybe people aren't that into you, or it could be because you like white boys.
Or maybe only when he makes this specific type of weird psychosexual content does anyone watch his videos.
Also, it's like your whole life is talking about Grindr and sniffies and gay
Why is he always talking about
culture.
it in public on the street? It's giving Lily Tino. Like, what do you mean? Time and
The
place,
aura
man.
is I can't afford a car. But anyways.
Yeah, okay. I think that's it for this episode. We'll read a few comments from our members. Become a channel member, and we might read your comments. You can leave questions, roasts, insults, compliments, just not of Clarkson.
No, because I'll crash the out.
Oh my, you've already crashed out on one of our members. Let's not redo that.
I'll do it again.
I wonder if
I had fun doing it.
And I wonder if that person canceled. I don't know. Hope not.
I sure hope so. Bye.
No, we do not hope so.
I don't need your $5.
I'll take your $5.
Yeah, give it to Brad. Go subscribe to his channel.
Oh!
Go listen to politics all the time.
Okay, first comment. Is Brad ... Is Brad really a pup? No,
Yes.
It is a bit.
Yes.
It is a joke,
No.
people. It is a joke.
It's totally a bit.
JOKE. Okay. I subscribed because of Brad and stayed because of Clarkson.
Good.
I'm forming strong parasocial relationships with you guys. Please don't dump me. And
if Brad makes another AI photo of me, I might.
Oh my God.
I'm just kidding.
I have a couple things to pick up about that though.
Are you going to tell her that a parasocial relationship is unhealthy?
No, as long as we want the money. So please inform them. I subscribed because of Brad and stayed because of Clarkson. So you would have left me by now? Is that what like so you're sick of my like what does that mean? Was that meant
That's possibly, but it is a little bit of a slight to Brad.
I know. Girl.
You can crash out. I'll take the compliment though.
Next comment. Should I take out my nose ring? Yes. For my internship this summer, LOL. It's not a non-binary one. It's just on a nostril, so I'm kind of debating. My internship is with the city manager's office, so like local government. And during my interview, I saw people wearing sweatpants and sneakers. Oh, good. Tax dollars hard at work. So definitely more casual, but I've been driving myself crazy trying to decide if it makes me look too immature or if it doesn't matter.
Always overdress.
I would say I would take it out just in general, but also in a workplace setting. But at the end of the day, it probably doesn't really matter very much and it won't make a big difference. So probably not, don't sweat it too much.
Always overdress because this weekend when
he's in sweatpants.
Yeah. Well, I look so good that I'm like kind of always overdressed no matter what I wear, but I'm just kidding. That was a bit. But this weekend, when we went to dinner, I texted you know who, and I said, "What is the vibe for dinner?" And I was like, "Is it like the vibe where we went and celebrated for your birthday?" I was wearing like a what's it called? Like a collared shirt that was kind of tight, like what we wore to our dinner, but it was a short sleeve. And he's like, "No, that's too fancy. Like you've got to go way more casual than that." So way more casual than that. I'm like, okay, like t-shirt and jeans. I show up in t-shirt and jeans. Everybody's wearing the same outfit idea that I had.
The first one?
The first one. And
I'd leave.
And he is wearing,
oh my
God.
God.
He just got off. And babe, if you see this video, you know I'm pissed about it. Like he just left Tulum. He's wearing linen. And I love wearing linen. I was going to wear linen pants with a nice shirt. So I am the most underdressed person at this dinner.
That would actually piss me off.
But it was his birthday dinner. So I was and I just met his friends for the first time. So
and they were probably thinking how shabby. Really? You couldn't put on a nicer shirt?
No, I literally, and he looked really good in his outfit. So he like comes downstairs to get me and he's expecting me to be like, "Babe, you look so hot." I was like, "I'm going to rip your head off. Like, I'm gonna kill you." He's like, "What?" I'm like,
oh my God, poor guy.
What are you wearing? God. So yes, in short, make sure you overdress.
Okay.
The only reason I told that story is because I'm going to send him a clip of this so he knows how angry I was.
Okay, I'll send him your clips. talking about other
Speaking of which,
subjects.
I got a text about.
Oh my God. Sorry, C. I'll never take health and wellness advice from someone who vapes.
Facts.
She ate you up.
Yeah.
I'm trying to
But what health and wellness advice have I given?
I'm sure in one of our episodes, she's responding to something.
I mean, the thing is like I
You
acknowledge
act like
that
you don't
vaping.
just say the randomest.
I never said that vaping was healthy.
No, you never did.
Can,
but she's
those
saying,
who can't do teach. So shut the f- up and listen.
Who of you two would be considered the bad influence for the other one? Clarkson is the bad influence. All I've ever tried to do is encourage some pup play, some fursuit exploration. Like what? That's not even a harmful influence. What do you mean?
I would say that Brad is a harmful influence on my vibe. I'm just kidding. No, it's definitely me. I am much more corrupted than Brad is.
But also you bring out my more fun side.
Yeah. I think you need this to like,
and I can live vicariously.
Add a little spice.
Because my life is at this point, I mean, I've been through some shit in my life, but my life now is pretty stable and pretty normal and pretty boring. And then your life is just such utter chaos.
It is chaos. And I thrive in chaos.
Is this the thriving?
I'm thriving right now. What are you talking about?
You're doing well in some regards.
All right. I don't need this.
Okay. Next comment. I love this comment. What did Clarkson do to the disabled community?
What did I do? All I said was that they don't provide
All
enough.
you said was they don't provide value to society.
I said they weren't known for that. And specifically like economic value. is what I was
true,
referring
but it
to.
Sounds so bad.
It's true. I'm so sorry that I observed something that is true happening in the world and dared to say it out loud.
You sound like a white supremacist. I'm not my fault for noticing.
Okay, but you just admitted that white supremacist talking points are true.
No, I didn't.
You said but I'm speaking the truth.
Well, what they're noticing, like
caught in 4K,
oh
Brad
God.
is a white supremacist.
No, I'm not. Just because I like white guys, like.
Apparently, that makes us white supremacists.
Yeah. Okay, guys, we'll leave it there for this episode. Thank you so much for tuning in. Do become a channel member. You'll unlock our weekly members-only videos. Plus, you'll be supporting our content, and we may read your comments on air. Hit the like button. Subscribe to the channel if you haven't yet. We're almost at 55,000 subs.
And hype it.
I don't believe that does
I think
anything.
if enough of our people do it, it does.
Well, regardless, can't hurt. So thank you, guys, and we'll be back with more real soon.